Where can you find New Orleans cuisine and a local celebrity chef here in Arlington? We're here in Courthouse featuring Bayou Bakery. Let's go check it out. As a busy realtor and entrepreneur in Arlington, Virginia, I'm constantly out and about trying new restaurants around town. Since founding Discover Arlington, it's been our mission to showcase the top spots in and around Arlington County. I'm Blake Davenport with the Davenport Group of Long & Foster Real Estate, and this is Restaurants of Arlington. Cool. David, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit more about Bayou Bakery.
Well, we've been here now since November of 2010.
So coming on 9 years.
Coming up on 9 years, and we're locally owned and operated, sort of Southern style New Orleans eatery. We kind of specialize in a few different things. A lot of our baked goods, people come for us for breakfast items. We do lunches, we do an early supper. We're open 7 days a week. We're only closed Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day. A lot of great things you'll recognize on the menu if you're from Louisiana, but if you're from the Deep South in general, pimento cheese, boiled peanuts, things like that. So we try to cater to the masses and hope that we have a couple things that stand out for people and make them feel comfortable about coming in.
So not just a bakery, more than that.
Not just a bakery, yeah. We do a lot of savory items. We've got beer, we've got wine, we've got fun cocktails, and then of course all the savory items that we have as well.
Awesome. Well, this show's about the food. Let's go back to the kitchen.
Great.
Check it out.
Let's do it.
Cool. All right, so we're back in the kitchen here with owner and chef David Guas. David, what are we going to be making today?
Well, today we've got red beans and rice, but extra special today because I'm actually using Leah Chase's recipe out of the Dookie Chase cookbook.
Oh, nice.
And Leah Chase, you know, we just lost her last week, 96 years old. She was the matriarch of New Orleans when it comes to Creole cuisine. So in honor of her passing, we've actually changed our recipe that I've been cooking for the past 20 years, and we're doing it her way. So Mondays is kind of a classic day to do red beans and rice because the history will tell you that Monday was a catch-up day from the weekend. So a lot of times you had ham bones left over from Sunday night's dinner, and you'd throw the bones in there, add your beans, and just slow cook it while you're doing laundry and kind of playing catch-up on the household chores. And so that's kind of the history of red beans and rice and why it was often served only on Mondays. One of Louis Armstrong's favorite dishes as well. So we're surrounded by the history of red beans and rice, being from New Orleans. So we bring a lot of that sort of culture and history through our menu here at Bayou Bakery.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's an honor to do this.
Yeah.
So where do we start?
Let's get started. So we're going to basically take our beans, which we've already soaked in cold water overnight. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the pot. That's about a pound or so of red kidney beans. Then we're going to go ahead and add any kind of ham product, really, but in this case we have a piece of ham from Alan Benton down in Madisonville, Tennessee. Now we're just going to go ahead and pour 2 quarts of water over the top of the pound of beans. We're placing that on high. We're really just going to bring that up to a quick simmer and kind of start to let it come up to a boil. As it does, we're going to start adding some of our vegetables with our onions and our bell pepper and our garlic. There is one slight adaptation to this recipe, and I do add a little bit of chopped bell pepper to mine. Leah did not, so I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Because you start messing with people like Leah Chase's recipes and, you know, bad things can happen. So I wanted to throw it out there, you know. Being from New Orleans, we are a little
superstitious.
A little superstitious, yeah, to say the least. So at this point, we can go ahead and add our chopped onion. I like to use either a Spanish onion or a sweet onion, like a Maui onion or a Vidalia onion. Just has a little extra sugar in it. It kind of helps to sweeten some of our dishes. All right, so now that we're at a full boil here, we're going to go ahead and put in our added ingredient of bell pepper. Add our garlic as well. Our dried thyme. Our black pepper. Throw in a couple bay leaf. Then we're going to chop up some fresh Italian parsley. So you can see all those things kind of marry together. That pork with the bone will kind of cook down and simmer. So now that we've added pretty much everything but the andouille and the salt to it, we're going to let this simmer for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. We're going to just kind of bring the heat down a little bit and let it kind of just gently simmer, stirring it every 20 to 30 minutes, just checking on it. But this was one of those dishes that was designed to not need someone over it.
Gotcha.
You know, the idea is that I'm doing laundry right now, I'm running around, I'm trying to clean the house, you know, I got kids screaming, whatever the case may be. It's kind of a one-pot meal, which is what a lot of Louisiana cuisine is. So we're gonna kind of let that go, and then we'll come back to it shortly.
Awesome.
So we're a couple hours later. You see obviously all that liquid reduced. We're gonna add our andouille in a second, but essentially what we do is, old school method is to pull the beans up and smash them on the side of the pot, just like I'm doing here. They're nice and soft, so they're really easy, doesn't take a lot of effort. And what that does is it releases all that beautiful starch back into the dish, and it'll kind of really create a nice creamy finished product. So after we've kind of smashed all those beans up on the side, you can see how nice and thick it's gotten. We're gonna go ahead and add our andouille that we already rendered and got nice and crispy and caramelized.
It smells amazing.
You see how much color's on there. That's really gonna kind of break up and loosen up and go right back into the beans. We're gonna have a really, really flavorful batch of red beans here. Yep. So it's ready to rock at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and put our red beans right in there. And if they're a little too thick, you can always add a little bit of beer or a little bit of stock or a little bit of water to kind of loosen them up a little bit. We're gonna add our cooked rice. Finish it with our green onions. And that's Bayou Bakery's red beans and rice a la Leah Chase.
Nice.
So the next step would be to try it.
Yeah, perfect.
So I'm gonna go ahead, you go ahead, that's your spoon.
Wow, so much flavor. The red beans and rice, you can get it on Mondays here at Bayou Bakery. They change their menu or offer a different special every day of the week, so more reasons to come here. If you'd like to learn more about Bayou Bakery, we'll have more information in the post below. Thanks for tuning in this episode of Restaurants of Arlington. Cheers.